Good morning, WLC. This is Mrs. Erickson. I'm here to bring you a little science short. So in our ninth grade integrated science class, our last unit has been Earth and human impact. So focusing on how humans have been impacting the climate here on Earth. And we've been talking about how the global temperature has been increasing, and as a result of that increase, our glaciers in our ice caps are melting, and so as they melt, they're adding icebergs and additional water into our seas, which is causing our sea level to rise across the globe. And so a question came up while we've been doing this unit, whether or not an iceberg will melt faster in freshwater versus saltwater. So that is my question to you. What do you think it is? What do you think? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to think about that, come up with a hypothesis. Do you think that an iceberg will melt faster in freshwater versus saltwater? All right, so let's see how many of your hypotheses were proved correct or if they were proved incorrect. So how many of you were surprised by the results of that? Did you think that it was going to be the freshwater melted the ice cube faster and that the salt water was actually the slowest of the three? So this actually has to do with the conduction of heat from the surrounding water into the ice cube. So the cold water in the ice cube is much more dense than the warm water surrounding it in the container. So as the ice cube melts, the cold water that's in that ice cube sinks to the bottom of the container, and the warm water rises to take its place at the top. So therefore, the water in the container is constantly moving and warming that ice cube. And so these are convection currents, and this is what's happens in our oceans as well. Salt water, however, is even denser than the tap water, whether it's warm or cold. So when that ice cube melts in the salt water, the cold water from that ice cube doesn't sink at all. Instead, that dense salt water stays at the bottom, and then the melted cold water from that ice cube just floats on the top. So there's no convection currents happening in that container. And the ice cube just ends up sitting in the cold water and melts much more slowly. So thanks for joining me today for that little science short. If you have any questions regarding this experiment, feel free to shoot me an email at serickson@sau63.org. Bye guys, have a good day.